And welcome to the Gang Boys Podcast.
Starting off strong.
Welcome to the Garlic Boys Podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm kind of tired of picking names. Can I stop that bit, or do you think that bit is too crucial to this podcast?
I mean, we've just lost one major bit from the podcast. Started in episode 2 recently. I mean, loss is a big word. I mean, you can go find it anywhere you find podcasts at the Clever Boy Quiz, the show, every other Thursday.
So, I don't know. I was listening to this episode and had a little bit of trouble figuring out a name. And there's plenty to choose from. We had probably a good 30-minute conversation just about cars, robots, and Pixar movies, and anthropomorphic creatures of confusion. I don't know. Nothing felt right, you know. I'm also not a good actor. Okay, here. Let's restart. Hey, I'm Lightning McQueen. What's up? Is that better? That's me. I'm Lightning McQueen this week.
Hold on, I got a name for you. Ready?
I am Speed. Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't think about this.
Am I Aunt Fanny?
Henry Phipps Jr.
And who the heck is Henry Phipps Jr.?
He was the founder of Phipps Conservatory as a gift to the city of Pittsburgh.
There you go. All right. Why is my camera off?
I was just about to ask that. So do we want to restart and then you can be Henry Phipps Jr., or do we want to just leave all of this in, cutting out the parts where I was struggling to find the Wikipedia page?
Why am I so dark? Like, do I look dark now? What is going on?
Definitely doesn't seem like there's any light on your face.
I'm like
reposition your camera.
My camera.
Oh, see, it lightened up when you waved your hand in front of it.
So what happened was my monitor just crashed.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's great. That's wonderful. Because now, video enhancement, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, that got turned off. Shut up. No, that's not. Yeah, it's not much better, but it's a little better. Let's go. Why does it keep turning my camera off when I do this?
What are you doing?
Sure. Oh. Something went wrong and the visual effect can't be applied. Camera. Yeah. So apparently it doesn't like me today, and it's just gonna keep crashing.
Are you under appearance?
Yeah. Whoa! Now you're gray. It keeps crashing every time I try to add an effect. Oh yeah, even my background's gone. That's lovely. I love today. This is wonderful. This is great.
This one kind of brightens me up. Why don't you try this one?
I can't. Every time I do it, it crashes. Yeah, see?
Looks like you don't have a background today.
Looks like I don't have anything today. Just good old me. Hello, world.
Well, hey, that's enough for me, Matt. Welcome to the show. I usually ask you how your week is or was. But
how was your week, Connor?
I'm sore and I want to talk about it.
Okay, I want to hear this.
Because it's a good sore and also a confusing sore.
Okay.
as everyone knows, I am fat. Um, and I've pretty much always been fat, but there have been times where I have done weight loss and actually like exercise and done things to help myself.
Yeah.
Um, one of those last times was in 2020 while I was working at a gym. I decided to attend that gym every day after work for 2 hours or an hour and a half ish, whatever, and like put in some work.
Yeah.
Doing that, I lost some weight, but I gained a lot of muscle at the same time. To the fact of now I am deceivingly strong to some people. I don't understand why they think it's deceivingly strong, but that's how I am described. Um, Not like any sort of impressive way. I just have the ability to carry heavier things than a fat guy should be, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I went back to the gym on Thursday, um, and I did decently well. Um, After all of the health problems, everything, I wanted to start going back at the beginning of the year, but after catching pneumonia for 3 months and then pulling muscles left and right, it kind of didn't feel like the right time to go back because,
Yeah.
trying not to die physically.
Fair.
Um, but I went, walking was fine. I mean, my knee hurt, but that just is going to happen. But when I
Yeah.
got to like doing the muscle exercises, I found I was sort of right where I was when I left off the last time I was like actually lifting. And that was very encouraging.
That's awesome. You're basically the kid from Sky High.
Yes, I am Will Stronghold.
Yeah, you're Will Stronghold. You're just a late bloomer, man.
Watch out. Whenever I get absolutely jacked,
It's over for you guys.
I don't think I'm ever going to be skinny. I think I'm going to be fat strong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like how like actual strong guys look like disgusting.
Yeah, like Thor from God of War.
Yeah. Or like, the strongman competitions because like you
Right.
can do the Mr. Universe look and get absolutely shredded. But like to me, that's not actual strength. That's just um like cosmetic strength.
Right. No. That's fair. But like this is in case you haven't seen him. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
jacked. He's the toughest bad guy in the game. Like kind of. But yeah, he's sick as heck. There are actually people that were upset initially with Thor's look. And I'm like, have you seen like weightlifter, like bodybuilders, like the people who do these for strongman competitions? They're not like rail thin and super muscular.
A lot of
They are,
people
but
might have also been upset by Thor's look because they expected him to look like Thor from the movies.
right.
When actual like Norse mythology Thor looks like that.
Yeah, no, that's super accurate to Norse mythology lore. Thor,
The Thor lore.
the Thor lore. Yeah, that is my next character's name for our TGB One Shots. I'm doing Thor lore.
You
That's
should
so
you
good.
should make a character that's actually like four gnomes stacked on top of you, because then you have four Thor lore.
For Thor lore. They're all named Thor lore too.
The four Thor lores.
the four Thor lores.
The four Thors lore. Because there's four Thors all stacked on top of each other, and you have to create their lore.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can't talk on this for long. It's starting to be a bore. Um,
I'm gonna while we're recording this podcast, I'm gonna go onto Hero Forge and start making.
don't do that. Pay
I'm
attention.
not. I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. It was.
So that was an aspect of my week. How did your week go?
Well, my week went.
Okay, yeah. I mean, time does go on. Yes, that is correct.
Um, it went. It happened. It was all right. I mean, I got kind of sick the other day. Not like sick, but like sick. You
Oh,
know, like
sick.
sick, dude. Um, I got sick, as in I did not feel well after work. And it might have been something I ate, but then I was like not feeling well for the next 2 days. It was glorious. Um, I've been doing stuff on my days off instead of sitting home and playing video games. And let me tell you, it is terrible. I hate it. I don't like it. I want to sit at home and play video games. Screw responsibilities. I want to sit at home and play video games.
Wow, it's crazy to think of people actually doing things when they're not working at their main job. Who would do that?
So yeah, I had to do a lot of responsibilities the last couple of days. Not fun, but now I have the whole weekend off. I get to play D&D today, later today, not D&D. It's the City of Mist system that I talked about a while back. But get to play that today. Very exciting.
Yeah, if you don't mind, do you have anything that like you can share about that? Like, do you know your
Oh
players'
yeah.
characters yet and everything? Because there's like a little update to the City of Mist.
Yes, none of my players will listen to this ever. So, well, my mom might,
I mean,
but
this comes out tomorrow, so like we are recording this the day before it comes out. Just FYI, everyone. So
yeah,
like,
we're trying to ADHD procrastinate, stress ourselves.
peel back that curtain for you.
So yes, the characters, we did an entire, like, I'm not even kidding, like a 6 to 8 hour session of us just creating the characters, because this is a very involved character creation and you create them together. At the same time, you bounce ideas off each other, you find connections between the characters, and you create a character, like a group backstory together. So my brother Tim is playing a mobster, or like an ex-mobster. I think he was just a mobster. He's playing a mobster, and his like mythos, his powers come from Al Capone. So he's just like double mobster, Al Capone background and all that stuff. And then my sister is playing like an archaeologist whose mythos is the Doctor, like a Time Lord,
Okay.
is her mythos. And so that's pretty cool. She has a TARDIS and everything. Like, she has a lot of that stuff. And a sonic screwdriver. Super fun. My mom is playing a librarian that's also sort of rich, like a rich librarian. Um, and so she's kind of like the money behind everything, and like their lair is at the library, like a secret back room kind of thing.
Is her mythos JP Morgan?
No, no. Her shoot, what is her mythos?
The
Um,
Monopoly Man.
I know. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Her mythos is Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. And because she wanted like a disguise aspect to her, but also like a intelligence aspect to her and stuff like that. So Sherlock Holmes seemed like a really good fit. And then lastly, my dad is playing, I don't even know what he is, if I'm being honest. He's a, yes, you're gonna love this. He is a psychic detective. He started out as a fake psychic detective, but then got powers and became a real psychic detective. It is so good. My dad had so much fun coming up with this. I thought he was going to be like Merlin, or like even like Gandalf or something, like some super powerful wizard thing that he's been obsessed with since he was a child. No, he went with that, where his powers are like shaman-esque, because he's playing what are they called? There's an African tribe out there. He was reading about it in a book. And there's an African people group out there that they were like warriors and shamans and stuff like that. I don't know the people group. I do know it. I just don't remember it.
The Zulus? I know they're a
No.
famous group of African warriors. I don't know if they were shamans.
Yeah. Goodness. I wish I'm actually going on to Hero Forge now, but not because I want to create the fourth Orlor. I'm looking at my dad's character to see if I wrote anything in the notes. I probably didn't, but it's worth a shot. Dad, where are you? I don't remember exactly. Oh, City of Mist. I have a whole folder of it.
Ow.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just sore from the gym.
Okay.
That sounded so douchey. I'm sorry.
So my computer is not working properly right now. It needs reset, but you can more or less get the gist of it from this. So that's his main character. I know the graphics are garbage right now. It's because it is dying on me. And then that's like his mythos character.
Okay.
But anyway, it's some type of warrior tribe kind of thing. And it's really cool, like what he's doing with his character. So yeah, that's the game, and they're about to solve a murder mystery. So we're starting the story today, and I'm really excited about it.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I was looking for something. I can't remember what now. And I just have a bunch of papers in front of me, and I don't know why.
Oh no.
This is great. Oh, I was good. I wasn't looking for anything particular. I was looking for a clean sheet to write down Thor 4 lore.
Okay. Nice.
Also, I just found jelly beans.
Jelly beans? Oh man, you lucky dog.
I just found a bag of jelly beans. If there's no expiration date, that means it's fine, right?
Candy doesn't, well, I can't say candy doesn't expire, but you're fine.
Oh, here we go. Best before January 26th, 2023.
There you go. Yeah, it's only a year late. That's the best before date. That doesn't mean that it's bad now.
Do you think? Okay, here's a fun thing we could do real quick.
Okay.
I will test and see if the flavors are still good. Do you think that'll be fun?
Yeah, sure. That'll be great.
Okay, let's see if I can get active food poisoning on the podcast. Okay. Oh, here we go. A and W root beer, apparently, for this flavor.
Oh, lovely.
A solid jelly bean texture, still tastes like root beer.
There you go. No problems whatsoever. Yet.
I think this is a very cherry.
We'll update you in a couple of hours whether or not Connor got food poisoning from these jelly beans.
Oh, that's cinnamon.
That's cinnamon. Ugh. That's gross.
Okay. This should be top banana.
Fingers crossed. Did you know that most of the banana flavoring that is used in candy these days is from an extinct form of banana?
It's
Isn't
the
that
banana.
wild? That's wild. That's why it tastes gross. That's why it doesn't taste anything like bananas.
I actually like the old banana flavor better.
I hate it so much. My mom used to love the banana Laffy Taffies, and I thought she was a psychopath.
Delicious.
Ugh.
This
So
is
gross.
lemon lime. You can't see it. Oh, here it goes.
Yeah, lemon lime. It's like Sprite. Eating a good old Sprite jelly bean.
Yep.
Oh, Sprite's not a thing anymore. I'm sorry, Starry. That you're eating a Starry jelly bean.
No, Sierra Mist isn't a thing anymore. Sprite is still a thing.
I thought it was Sprite that got taken over.
Sierra Mist was the Pepsi one, and it got taken down. I
Can we
assume
talk
because of a
about
lawsuit
why?
with an adult film model who goes by the name Sierra Mist.
Is there an adult film model that goes by the name Sierra Mist?
Yeah, but it's with a C.
Oh, okay. I gotta figure out.
I only know this because it came up on TikTok.
Yeah, okay. Why Starry name change? The viral reason Sierra Mist rebranded to Starry. I was always curious, but I wasn't sure. I thought it was Sprite, but I was wrong. Oh yeah. Sierra, CIERA MISST, is known for creating engaging flight attendant content. She said in a video that she's been using her online name since platforms like AOL Instant Messenger were popular. She claimed in a YouTube video from July 2023 that PepsiCo had accused her of a trademark infringement. In this video from July 2020, oh my goodness. She followed her claim by saying that she couldn't reveal much more due to legal reasons. So she spelled it completely different and
Yep.
got a cease and desist from the company to
Yep.
change her name. What? Okay. Is that legal? Is that legal for the company the Pepsi company to do that?
It can. So it because I think because of I am not an expert in trademark law or copyright law at all.
Yeah.
I think because it sounds similar, they can be like, well, you can use that to demolish our brand. And like people might be searching Sierra Mist and it comes up with her content instead. And like that can cause damage to what we do here and everything. And like so like you have I believe the reason why they changed it is because she won the lawsuit.
Right.
And like won the trademark to it, I think, or whatever.
Which is
Which I could be wrong on that as well, but like
I just like there are so many derivative things. You know what I mean? Like there are so many derivative things, and she spelled it. It's like a parody almost. Like parodies are completely legal to do. You can do a parody, you can put it up, and they can't stop you. It's completely legal.
right.
And that's essentially what it was. You know what I mean? Like obviously she used her name, I'm assuming was Sierra. So she just used her first name and then added Mist. So are they gonna I just it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me because all of the content that is online, names that people create, is derivative of something.
But Matt, you're not thinking like a greedy billionaire. You're thinking as a moral person.
Right. I know. I know. But I just
You mean there's a possibility I'll lose out on someone's $7? That can't happen.
I don't know. That's very frustrating to me. Because there's a lot of names. Like my buddy's name is I Heart Cortana. Like he's had that name since he was very young and played Halo. So is Bungie gonna come and sue him? Is it still Bungie? I don't think it is Bungie anymore. Regardless, is the Halo creators gonna come and sue him because he has Cortana in his name? Like, I just don't. It's fine. I'm increasingly infuriated by everything happening ever. So the Lord couldn't take me soon enough.
And trust me, I've been asking.
Yeah.
Let's try another jelly bean.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Here, I'm gonna line them up. You tell me a number between 1 and 12.
Okay. 6.
5, 6. French vanilla.
Ooh. Hey, that might not actually be a bad flavor. 2. 3. 3.
New 3 or old 3? Well, it's gonna be the same either way, actually. Well, this is fun. We got this like poop brown color.
Oh no.
So this could either be chocolate pudding, cappuccino, or Dr. Pepper.
Ooh. I saw this guy make wine out of Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. That was so cool to watch. Um,
I think this is chocolate pudding.
no, disappointing.
Or maybe it's just Dr. Pepper. Because I'm drinking Dr. Pepper, it's just a flavor in my mouth because there's not really a flavor here.
His saliva has been replaced by Dr. Pepper at this point, so it might as well just everything he eats be Dr. Pepper.
I'm concerned for the Dr. Pepper stock for if I ever stop drinking it.
If you ever stop drinking soda at all, Dr. Pepper,
This
you're
company
going out of
might
business.
crumble.
Bankruptcy.
All right.
Did I ever tell you the one time I did one of the Bean Boozled stuff? And there was a centipede flavored jelly bean that was it could have been centipede or something else, and I ate it. It was the most it tasted like I had actually eaten a centipede. It was probably the most revolting taste I've ever had in my mouth ever, and I've eaten noodle kugel, so that's saying something.
The problem I have with Bean Boozled is the flavor pairings. The flavor pairings are always wild.
Yeah.
Because like the blue one, it's either like blue raspberry or toothpaste. Like, okay, I guess that's not too bad. Like you get minty. It's either tutti frutti or throw up. Like, how do we jump from toothpaste being a bad one to literal bile?
And then there's like rotten eggs, centipedes, some of the other ones. I don't even know. Grass, I think, is one of the bad ones.
Is this blueberry or the ashes of your grandfather? Pap pap.
Is this cherry or the blood of your enemies?
Either way, it tastes sweet.
Sweet.
So do you have a topic for this week?
I do. Oh my goodness. Did
Cool,
you
so do
see?
I. So my topic for
I can quit. I can quit at any time. I'm not obligated to stay here forever.
I mean, you technically are as co-owner of the company.
Yeah, well, I can run it from the sidelines. My topic for this week, did you see the recent casting for Sonic the Hedgehog 3?
Yeah, I can't believe they're letting Donald Trump be in the movie.
It's wild with all the lawsuits and everything. Jennifer Coolidge is going to play the pink head. Is that Amy? Is it Amy?
Amy.
What's her name?
Amy.
Yeah, sure. Jennifer Coolidge is going to play Amy now.
Yeah. What's up with your hate towards Jennifer Coolidge?
I hate her. I think she's dumb. No, Shadow the Hedgehog has been cast, and guess who it is?
Goggin.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad one, but no, it's Keanu Reeves.
Of course, it's Keanu Reeves. You need a dark and edgy boy.
Walton Goggins, by the way, has been in Fallout, the TV series. Let me tell you one thing. That's an incredible TV show. It makes video game adaptations exactly what they should be.
If I had a nickel for every time they took a brilliant actor and gave him no nose and he was somehow still hot and evil at the same time, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Okay, hold on. You said it. So who's the second one?
Voldemort.
Voldemort. Okay. All right. I can
you can't tell me that he's not a little hot.
Quit. No, because conventionally, Ralph Fiennes. Sure, that guy, is like a pretty attractive dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Walter
Goggins is just immaculate, but I don't think Voldemort is hot in like the face, but like the power aspect. Like, sure, he's racist, but like,
Sure, he's literally a racist murderer who definitely shouldn't have any deserve to live.
but he's just a quirky little guy.
He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. The way he says is just amazing.
Sure, thank you for saying it in Parseltongue, because that's what that sounded like. And also, don't get mad at me for saying that the villain is hot. In all three Fantastic Beasts movies, they made Grindelwald a really attractive man, and that wasn't my choice.
That's not my fault. The
That's
first
not
two
me.
movies is Johnny Depp. Come on.
Well, the first movie it's Colin Farrell,
It is
then
Colin
Johnny
Farrell.
Depp.
Then
Johnny
Johnny Depp,
Depp's the
and
second
then Mads
movie,
Mikkelsen,
right?
which
Like,
is just,
are you trying to make me sympathize with the villain?
that is like the perfect hot bad guy like list of people that you would want to be bad guys.
You get me hooked with Colin Farrell, and then I'm interested in Johnny Depp because, like, the eyes just sell it. And then Mads Mikkelsen, yeah, Mads Mikkelsen's there, and it's like I'm already hooked, and now you got somebody I truly believe in playing him. I think Dumbledore was in the wrong.
I think Dumbledore's in the wrong. Hashtag Grindelwald simps. That's me.
Anyways, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a pretty good casting, a fantastic casting, if I do say so myself. Because Shadow is awesome. Keanu Reeves is. I saw someone doing someone doing an impersonation of Keanu Reeves from John Wick, like doing recording voiceovers for Shadow the Hedgehog, and they told him like just do this, and so he's like, people were asking if I'm back. Yeah, I guess I'm back.
I need a gun.
But they had the hair that was like it was perfect and it was like flowing just like Keanu Reeves. I can't wait for Shadow the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Do you think they're gonna give him a gun? Like, do you think Shadow's gonna have a gun?
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna have a gun. He
Fair.
might say it at one point. I need a gun, and
I
then
need a gun.
not actually get a gun. No, the casting that is the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. First of all, also perfect casting. Idris Elba as Knuckles. Speaking of, Knuckles coming out with the series, I
can't wait for the Knuckles series. It's gonna be fantastic. Did you see the scene they released?
No.
So the James Marsden's wife in the movie comes up to Sonic and Tails. It's like, hey, you got to talk to Knuckles. I don't think he's adjusting to this world. And he's like, well, it took me a little while to adjust too, and it took the guidance of two people who lovingly took me into their home and taught me how to be in this world. It just takes time. And she's like, you're right. And then turns around and goes, but maybe we should talk to him about not having the dog on the roof. And Knuckles is up there and goes, okay, Wolf. It's time to learn how to protect your domicile. You must be scarier. Less fluffy. And like the dog's like changing its expression. Then Sonic's like, yeah, maybe we should have that conversation now.
Maybe. Speaking of Sonic, Ben freaking Schwartz. Come on. You could not have picked a better Sonic than Ben Schwartz.
Oh yeah.
Who else? Who is
the voice actress for Tails is the same that has been in like all the other media and video games.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
Which is smart because she does a great job as Tails.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know who she is. Because I'm looking at Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and I need Sonic 2 cast. Shamar Moore. Oh yeah, he was in it. He was the
brother-in-law, technically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they
It
get
doesn't.
married?
It does. I think they ended up getting married. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't say because I'm looking on a stupid Google. But it's okay. I'm very excited. Jim Carrey, obviously one of my favorite people of all time
He's
on
supposed
this
to be
planet.
fat in this too.
Is he really? Like they're gonna make him look
Apparently,
like Doctor.
apparently Robotnik let himself go in this one, and so we're gonna get fat Robotnik.
Okay, interesting. That means Jim Carrey's gonna have to sit through hours of prosthetics and a fat suit. He's gonna love it.
Gonna take him back to the Grinch.
Hopefully it's not too bad. I know that he has said that he wants to step down from acting for a little while now.
He said that since the first movie came out in 2020.
Yeah,
And just
right.
is
But
like, he's like, I'm done acting. I'm only gonna do it if it's a really good script. And like 2 weeks later, they announced that he was gonna be back in Sonic 2, and it was like, how good is this script? How
yeah, no.
good is this movie going to be?
The fact that he's continuing to do it means that these movies are continuing to be great.
For sure.
And I am really excited. I hope that he finishes out the series and maybe we just leave it at 3, or maybe we get new villains for 4 or something like that. So that he doesn't have to keep doing it if he's actually wanting to get out of the business. But regardless, I'm so happy he's still doing it. I love him so much. And it's going to be a sad day when he steps down from acting.
I agree. Do you know James Marsden is going to be in the third one?
I would hope so. Isn't he like the guy?
What do you mean?
James Marsden, isn't he the main character besides Sonic?
Well, I don't know if like he's continuing on. Yeah,
Oh,
he'll
you
be
don't
there.
know?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said you know that he's gonna be in it, and I was like, yeah. Not that. Do you know if he's going to be? My bad. Anyway, very exciting stuff. You said you had a topic that you tried to interrupt my amazing topic for. So, would you like to share it now?
I watched Napoleon Dynamite the other day.
For the first time, or just like the first time in a while?
For the first time in a little while.
Okay.
But what was special about it is that afterwards, the two stars of the movie, um, Napoleon and Pedro, came out and talked to the audience afterwards, had a Q&A discussion, a dance off, and like gave a lot of history and background of the movie, and it was incredible.
That's so freaking cool. Like they just
Yeah.
showed up at your house, like as you were watching the movie.
I went to a screening of the movie that had a Q&A with them afterwards at Stage
Gotcha. Makes
AE
a lot more
downtown. Yeah.
makes a lot more sense.
It's almost like if you just like thought about it a little bit.
No.
I wasn't originally supposed to go, but my buddy had an extra ticket and graciously invited me to go. It was a lot of fun. Napoleon Dynamite is a fantastic movie. It's one of those movies that's about nothing, but like
Yeah.
it's still good. And I learned something new about it, Matt. And I
Oh
want
yeah.
to ask you a question first.
Oh boy.
Um, uh, at any point in Napoleon Dynamite, does he ride a horse?
I'm gonna say no. But it's also because I haven't seen this movie in dang near a decade. So
Cool. That means that you probably were in the same boat that I was and my buddy was when we watched this. There's a post-credit scene for this movie.
excuse me?
Yeah. So
What?
there's a post-credit scene where Kip and LaFonda are getting married, and
Okay.
Lyle the former is marrying them.
Okay.
And we're like cutting to the audience, and we see like Napoleon's not there. Uncle Rico's trying to figure out where he is. Pedro doesn't know. There's like a whole thing. LaFonda's family doesn't understand why she's marrying Kip. Kip does this really bad like rendition of a song at the end of it, and then we just hear a horse clomping, and we turn, and Napoleon is riding a horse up to the wedding. He goes, "Sorry I'm late. I just tamed this wild stallion so that you could ride it away onto your honeymoon."
Oh my gosh, that movie is ridiculous.
And like LaFonda, LaFonda and Kip get on it. Of course, Kip gets behind her, holding her from behind because he's much smaller than she is, and
Yeah.
they just ride off. And it's like just like a perfect little tag to the end of the movie, and it's fantastic. Um, Favorite part about the discussion at the night was there was a bunch of questions that were asked. Of course, people had questions and they wanted to know things, and um, Napoleon's character, actor John, was the one that was answering most of them because he and Jared Hess, the writer and director of the movie, went to college together
Hmm.
at BYU. And for one of Jared's film projects, he wrote a script that was what would become Napoleon Dynamite eventually. And John found it like very reminiscent of him as a child, and it was Jared as a child, and just kind of combined to become Napoleon.
Yeah.
Um, and so like they were just thrilled with it, and then they made it into a major motion picture. And it turns out a lot of the actors in there were just kind of people they knew, and that were like from Jared's hometown.
No way.
Yeah.
So they're
So,
not even. I mean, not to say that the acting was pretty abysmal for the most part, um, but like that makes sense. That makes sense that they just got a bunch of not really actors for the parts.
so sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze.
I feel a sneeze coming on.
So Pedro, Deb, um, and Uncle Rico are the main ones that they were like, we went to Hollywood and got actors. They had all had like previously established careers, things like that.
Yeah.
John, of course, was Napoleon in the first one, came back to reprise the role. Kip was also someone they knew from college. That was one of their friends, so he retained his role and everything. Um,
Hmm.
Tina the llama was Jared's mom's llama. Apparently, she's still alive. Not sure how long llamas live, but let's believe that's true. Um, Lyle the farmer is just a dude from Iowa or Idaho, wherever the movie's set is where it was filmed. So I think if it's in Idaho, like there was a guy from his hometown, the guy that you constantly see putting people in headlocks and bullying Napoleon was a bully of Jared Hess's little brothers. And they just told him to show up. So everything he's wearing are like his real clothes. It's like it's things like that. Like it's just real, this movie.
That's
Um
awesome.
the like they asked like specific questions about scenes like throwing the action figure out of the window of the bus. They were like, I'm sure either one of us would have done that as a kid. I can't remember exactly who. Lyle shooting the gun, the muttering he's doing there is like how I can't get it and everything, because that's not the type of gun that Lyle would use to kill cows.
Oh, okay.
So he was explaining like how like I don't know how to do this because this isn't the gun I'd use, but that was the only prop gun they had, and so that muttering is real to him shooting it. um, but they didn't really script out lines for Lyle. They were just like, "Hey, tell us what you did this week." And so you hear him like talking about like in the field and like pointing over while they're eating lunch. He's like, "Yeah, earlier this week I went over there and I found a couple of arrowheads from the Indians over there and everything." It's just realness from a real farmer in Idaho. Um, when you see Napoleon riding the horse, John really rode the horse. Like
Yeah.
he kept saying, "What you see is what it. Everything you see is as it is." And so everything you see is happening exactly in real time or what it was, except like, and everything was scripted. So all the lines, everything that was read, like when Pedro, when he asks if Pedro if he wants to be their best friends now, and he goes, "Yes," that was scripted. It was scripted as Jess.
This movie, like, for those of you who haven't seen it, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, this movie seems like it just seems like a huge improv. Like it doesn't seem like there's any script whatsoever. It seems like these people are just freaking raw dog in the whole movie.
There's only one instance of improv in the whole movie, and do you know what it is?
No.
It is the famous dance Napoleon does.
No way.
Yeah, John just improv that on the day. Like they didn't choreograph it at all. Fully improvised by him in the moment.
The dance is good though.
Oh yeah.
It's solid.
But like the idea of the time machine, Jared has his little brother actually bought a time machine off of eBay.
No way.
It didn't have like the ball thing on it, but like it was a headband that electrocuted him and everything. So like it's just a script from their real lives about things that they would have done.
That honestly doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me one bit. One quote from that movie that I quote constantly, almost, I don't want to say exclusively when I'm not eating tots, because I don't think I've ever said it when I was eating tots. But the "get your own tots" line, I say it all the time. All the time.
You say it to everything but tot. Like, can I get some of that? You're like, get your own tots.
Doesn't matter what it is. Just get your own. Get your own tots. Yeah.
I was explaining something to my mom yesterday. This has nothing to do with Napoleon Dynamite, but it was like exclusive sections of something, and like you just remember one. Oh, it was part of a comedian's stand-up bit. He was talking about church and like how they should do a recap. And like last time on church.
Okay.
And just that phrase, last time on church, said like that, rattles around in my brain often. And so anytime I hear like previously on this, I was like, last time on church. So,
no, there's actually there's a word for that. Like there is an actual thing for that, and you're gonna get mad at me, but that's
don't
a
you
nerd
dare say that.
It is. It 100% is. I promise you.
All right, fine. Because you brought this up. You want to do a neurodivergent test?
Sure.
This is something that's been coming up on my TikTok feed recently, and it's been hurting my feelings. You ready?
Yeah.
This is apparently a real question that's asked during like from what was said during the video as an autism evaluation. It's a real test that's asked.
Okay.
What do 2 and 7 have in common?
Nothing. 2. Nothing. 2 is a nice number. 7's not a nice number. 2 is round. 7 is sharp. Even odd, nothing. There is nothing in common.
So my original thought to this was, oh, they both have like flat lines because like at the base of the 2, the top of the 7, like they have flat straight lines in common.
Yes. So 2 is just an upside down inverted 7 that has like a little loop-de-loop on the bottom?
No. That's a 5.
Yes. That's an upside down inverted. Do I have to draw it out for you?
Yeah, because I don't know what you mean by upside down inverted.
Okay. Upside down would be so not inverted. Yeah, just upside down.
That's
like
not a
that.
7. That's not a 7.
That is a 7.
That looks like that looks like you couldn't decide whether or not to spell a word with a Z
That's
or
why
an S.
I said
so you
it's
just
a
hedged your
7.
bets.
It's a 7 with a little curly Q with a little.
I would assume you were drawing a 5 if you wrote that.
Okay. Okay, what were you? Continue on with what you were saying.
Matt, they're both numbers.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that.
But see, that's the thing. Apparently, the fact that they're both numbers is the neurotypical response. But with non-neurotypical people, they already assume, okay, they're numbers. That's not what they want. There has to be something more.
Okay, so your answer was not that they were both numbers?
No.
So you can't deny it. You can't deny that you're neurodivergent.
I don't deny that I'm neurodivergent. I'm just saying I don't want to be.
Yeah, who does? I was what was I talking about? Now you made me forget. Oh, the repeating things in your head, like the little, like when something reminds you of it, the little thing. There is a word for it. I don't know what it is, but I do it all the time. And one of mine has been. Okay, you're either gonna have to bleep this or take it out entirely.
I'll bleep it just so it's still in here.
One of mine has been coked up, dick sucking hoe.
Maybe that's fine by me.
It's just constant. How he says it too is coked up, dick sucking hoe. Oh man, that's a lot of bleeping. But yeah, that's one that's been repeating nonstop in my head. So hope you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You won't, but you might.
Hey, don't count them out, all right?
Yeah.
Then they're not losers, baby. Oh, there's been one of mine from that property, just to not give it away for them, has been, what now? When she's like, oh, Allison, you've always been my ace in a hole, and he goes, what now?
Oh my goodness.
Whatever he says there, that like just say what now? It's like that has just been stuck in my head.
I like one that constantly happens for me. So I don't know if I've told you this. I wake up every day with a new has-been song stuck in my head.
So proud of you for waking up.
With a different has-been song stuck in my head. Okay. And the other day it was you know which one, the one
Poison.
It's not fair, Sarah.
Oh,
that one.
No.
Yeah, that one. So that one, I can never remember the name of it, but it's constantly stuck in my head. That one's stuck in my head, specifically the point where the Adam and Lute do the Hell is Forever section
Hell
of it.
Hell is forever, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and then
to me much better now. You're boiling apart.
Then he goes, "Gotta say, I can't wait to come down and exterminate you." And then what's her face says, "What?" He goes, "Shit." Sorry, another bleep. I do that all the time. Shit. It's the timing of it, really.
How long have you been recording for? Speaking of time,
you know what's crazy is that you have a day to, like, you have today to edit this, and we've sworn more than we have in the past however many episodes. So now you're gonna have to figure out how to bleep it all.
I've got the bleep saved.
Oh, good. We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, we should probably apologize for swearing. I mean, Matt swore. I just bleeped it for solidarity for him. I didn't say anything I wasn't supposed to.
Exactly. Connor's a wholesome Christian guy who never swears.
I try not to. People anger me.
He's basically Jesus. Watch out, Pharisees.
Just fat Jesus. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Garlic Boys. If you'd like more from us and our network of podcasts, you can check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at the Garlic Boys, or search Garlic Boys Productions. I'd also recommend that you check out TGB One Shots and the Clever Boy Quiz the Show if you haven't already. There are new episodes of both of those available now. Go ahead and look for those. Both of them contain members of our cast from One Shots, and so it's going to be double the fun for them this week. If you would like to financially support us, we have two different ways you can do that. You can head over to patreon.com/thegarlicboys and support us physically monetarily there, while also getting fun video content if you support us at the $10 tier that you can't get anywhere else, including our TGB One Shots after show and the video versions of Clever Boy Quiz Show. But if you'd like to get something in return for supporting us, head on over to redbubble.com and get some of the wonderful merch options we have over there with original designs from the show. Last but not least, if you'd like to watch video versions of this show, The Garlic Boys, you can head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys and watch them there. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
I know that you haven't played it, but in Fallout 4, Codsworth is a robot that is basically like the nanny of the family in Fallout 4. He's definitely a mom. He's got like mom and energy, and so I'm gonna go with Codsworth.
Very good, very good. That's such a great one. I can't believe you would have picked such a fantastic. I would never. My pick is Maddie Wachowski, which is Tom Wachowski's wife and the adopted parents of Sonic from the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Look at you. She's a good mom.
And Kristen Ritter is supposed to be in the third one.
What?
Well, maybe she's playing the bat.
Maybe.
Matt, do you have a final thought for this week?
No, I don't. I did. I don't now.
You don't have any thoughts.
There's not a thought behind these eyes.
As always. Yep. All right.
Also, as always.
Thank you so much for listening. And as always, please remember to stay garlicky.
Well, that was fun.
That was the wrong button. Hold on. Stop talking to me.